Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're diving into a watch brand that has been turning heads recently, and honestly I've got a really good feeling about them. Since their inception, their releases have shown a blend of unique design, solid craftsmanship and just the right amount of boldness to make them stand out from the crowd. We've got the Rolexes, the Omegas, the Tudors, but I'm always excited by a brand that is making little beeping noises on my radar. Okay, let's take a look. This is the Arsenale Ultrablack, made by Italian brand Venezianico. Venezianico was started by two brothers from Venice in 2017, and like with any new brand, it took them a while to find their feet and their identity. They've gone through various iterations of watches, but have now landed at, I think, something very special. The Arsenale is a stainless steel watch with a diameter of 40mm and a lug-to-lug of 44mm. Now, this particular version comes with a rubber strap to match the dial, but it's important to point out that this is very much an integrated bracelet sports watch design, which is a bold move, seeing as every brand right now is creating their own sports watch models. So there's a lot of good competition out there. This watch has a thickness of just 8.95mm, giving the overall design a very sleek and refined feel. Looking at the case, the stainless steel is finished very well, with nice brushed surfaces and polished chamfers that are noticeably larger than a lot of watches I've seen. Tied in with the polished bezel, this is on the shinier, flashier end of a sports watch, but still feels premium. The bezel also benefits from a thin fluted section which looks very nice and serves to break up all those polished surfaces, adding more personality and more depth to this design. At the 3 o'clock position is the Venezianico stamped crown, which doesn't have any polished surfaces. This is absolutely fine and most people will never think about it, but it does feel slightly inconsistent with the rest of the watch. Normally you expect the grooves or the logo to be partly polished, but again I don't think many people will pick up on this. Looking at the dial of this watch, now this is black, and at first you think it's a gloss black, but that's just the sapphire crystal reflecting some of the light back at you. Venezianico calls this dial Muso Black, which is their trademarked name for a special paint capable of absorbing 99.4% of light. I mean, I don't know the exact science behind a dial that absorbs this much light, but it does sound very impressive. The dial is actually brass with this paint coated on top of it. The result is, as you can see, a very sinister black, the kind of black I can see Bruce Wayne wearing to a dinner party. The dial emits everything but the Venezianico cross logo and the polished handset. This minimalist look isn't for everyone, and you wouldn't buy this watch to instantly know the time, but that's the obvious route they're going down with this model, and I must say, it's very cool. Venezianico aren't the first to do such a design, but they certainly do it very well. This watch comes with an integrated rubber strap with a steel end link, which means you can switch this out for the steel bracelet if you so desire. But as far as the strap goes, this is extremely comfortable and has some small branding on the rubber as well as the clasp. The caseback shows an engraving of a space station floating in deep space, symbolizing a journey toward new frontiers. This connection between past and future is reflected in the dial's deep black color, representing the endless mystery of space. This caseback is screwed down, which means a water resistance of 50 meters. Inside this watch is the Japanese Miyota 9029, which is part of their premium movement line, and has 42 hours of power reserve. The 9029 offers an accuracy of -10 to +30 seconds per day, which is consistent with a movement of this caliber. Japanese movements in general are very reliable, and yes, you could throw a Swiss movement in this watch, but that would obviously increase the cost. And speaking of cost, the Arsenale Ultrablack will set you back €656, which is around £570 or $760. And that's a very familiar yet scary price point. It's a good price point, yes, but Venezianico are in direct competition with watches like the Tissot PRX, the Yema Urban Traveller and the Mine Manhattan, which are all very good watches that give you a lot for the money. As with many micro brands, it all comes down to your belief in their vision. Is this a brand you want to see more of, scale up, and become a bigger name in the world of horology? Do their timepieces speak for themselves? Do they offer you any joy? This is the first watch from Venezianico I have reviewed in person, and honestly I'm quite impressed. In one of my videos about the best watches of 2025 so far, I do list the Arsenale Platino, which is the ultra premium version of this model. When it comes to the Ultra Black, it's a watch I can absolutely see myself wearing, especially for more formal occasions like weddings, the theatre and so on. Venezianico have displayed quality and beauty in this watch, and it's my hope they can continue to keep creating and innovating so that we can see more of them.